Hey, uh, hay's for horses, but hey, anyway. Um, it's me. Please like and share and subscribe and click the bell if you happen to get any kind of amusement out of my experimental videos that I'm just starting to do. So I've done a couple today which were really deep and quite just very depressing, but I hope that the message may have, meant something to people and got through. Um, but now I'm doing an experiment now about just random subjects, trying to do something a bit lighter, just to give you my random thoughts on topics. So in front of me, I saw the word barber. So my biggest memory of a barber was when I went in one day when I was probably about 15 at the time, and I went into the barber, and it was like in Police Academy. Have you ever seen this movie? Um, and I said, just take it all off, just take it all off. And they gave me the Blade 2 all over, which was really not that good because then later I went to the fire. I was doing fire service at the time, so I'd go to the fire station and we get trained up how to be firemen. This was while I was at school, and I was wearing a baseball cap inside, and I took it off, and everyone started calling me Mole. And from that day forward until my hair grew back again, everyone called me Mole, which wasn't that great, to be honest. It wasn't that great. So that's my thoughts on barbers. That's my memory, but I'm not like barbers are fine. Like we need barbers, but don't ask them if you need a haircut. Okay. Secondly, my thoughts on bridges. Well, my immediate when I saw bridge, and then I actually thought next of aqueducts because to me bridges are and then my next thought is bridges to recovery. That's my next thought. So building bridges, that's the next thought. So that's really what comes to mind when I think of a bridge. And in my film Sandow, the the aqueduct features heavily, and the camera flies through the aqueduct. So bridges are very, very key. They're a key symbol in my life. And going through a bridge, seeing a bridge or seeing an aqueduct is central. And it symbolizes to me the life's journey. And it reminds me of my father a lot. So the whole bridge symbol in the film Sandow is all about that travel aspect and that wanderlust that I have. My next random topic is torture. Torture is highly unpleasant, and my first thought is waterboarding. Torture occurs in many ways. It can occur physically, and you can be mentally abused and tortured as well. So there's different ways of doing that and inflicting pain on others. And yeah, it's not good. Anyway, moving on. Um, royalty. Okay, royalty. Just think of Prince Charles and Diana and Camilla and the Queen. And okay, moving on. Coffee. Coffee, I do have an insight because I'm quite into coffee. I like Lavazza coffee. I like the red one. and I like making it from my Gaggia machine, and I do that. I never used to be into coffee, but my wife had got me into coffee, and she was responsible for that basically. And the next random topic, Central America. Central America is actually not a place I have personally been to, but again, the first thought of when I saw these words was my father, because my father used to travel, and as part of his travel, he would go to places like Guatemala and Central America. So I suppose I imagine a sort of I imagine a kind of Magnum PI sort of guy, like my father, who was a lawyer, and he used to travel and do investigations and stuff for his whichever company he was working for at the time. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. And telephones. Okay, telephones. Obviously nowadays we've got mobile phones, but in the old days when I was growing up, you'd key in a number, or you had those old style ones where you turned the wheel. So you put your finger in a number and you turned the wheel round, and I don't know, it's difficult to explain, but it it must make me look quite old that I remember these old telephones. And yeah, I mean, even now, we still have a landline, but most people don't. And then lastly, for today, movie theaters. Movie theaters are a place which I used to spend a lot of time in. When I was very little, my mother took me to see A View to a Kill, the James Bond film, and also I saw Rocky 4 and like Teen Wolf. I think my father took me to see Teen Wolf. So yeah, movie theaters were huge for me when I was growing up, massive. And I mean, I just don't really go to them anymore. I can't remember what was the last movie I saw. I saw like ages ago, just ages ago. I saw like Creed, and um, I mean, I love going when there's a film that you know captures my attention. I'll definitely go again. But anyway, so that was my experimental video of randomized topics. These were totally random topics, and I just this is a new format for me because I literally have pulled up these topics at random and give you my philosophy on these things. But anyway, that's it for now. And later. Ciao.